Hey, what's going on? It's your man, Dr. Kai Dupuy, once again coming at you with this series on coding while black. Just finished a vacation with the family, living here in the Pacific Northwest, up in Seattle, in the Washington State area. And we did a tour around northern Washington, and we took a road trip, and it was great, and it was fun, and I had a good time. And it reminded me or sparked something that I want to drop on you guys that I think gets overlooked sometimes in the field of IT or in the field of being a software developer, and that is you definitely want to take your time to get your rest. You want to take your time to recharge, revive, rejuvenate, and give yourself and your mind a chance to refresh and a chance to just be idle. Now, it's very hard to do. I mean, the whole time I was on vacation, I was still thinking about work, still thinking about issues I need to solve, stuff I need to learn. But after being in this game for 30 years now, looking back on it, I spent a lot of time where I did all-nighters and worked all weekend and took very few vacations, worked 10 and 12-hour days. And what I want to say to you right now is that's not the way to do it. I know that there's pressure to do that. I know that's what a lot of these companies and a lot of managers will push you to do. But the better managers and the better companies won't do that, and they should understand that this is a knowledge game, right? Being a developer is about thinking. It's about coming up with ideas, solutions, algorithms. And a lot of times, more hours and more time bashing your brain up against something doesn't help you to solve that problem. So what I want to impart to you guys today is, get your rest. I try to get 8 hours of sleep every night. I do a lot of meditation. I meditate a couple times a day. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you don't sacrifice your diet. I'm on the road a lot, and it's very easy to just eat fast food or grab whatever's in the hotel. What I want you to do is develop some discipline around that. And think about the fact that taking care of your body includes taking care of your mind. And the better shape your mind and your body is in, the better the quality of your thinking is going to be. So think about what you're putting in your body. Think about what you're drinking. Think about how much alcohol you're consuming. Think about how much water you're consuming. Getting a good night's sleep. Drinking plenty of water. Making sure you exercise, right? If you look at the average software developer, the average person that's been in this game for 10 to 15 years, they're probably a little bit overweight. They're probably a little bit obese because they have neglected their health. They have neglected their body as they pursue economic interests or pursue mobility in the job. It's not worth it. So take time for vacations. Take time to take care of yourself. Rest. Get plenty of sleep. Drink plenty of water. Supplement your diet with herbs. There are plenty of herbs on the market, such as ginkgo biloba, that will aid in memory, for example. Make sure you take vitamins. Make sure you're getting whole foods, quality food, organic foods. I know this is a little bit off topic for the series. However, again, I'm looking back and reflecting on 30 years. And I'm working on my diet, working on my rest. I never really sacrificed my rest. I've always been someone that determines or makes sure that I get 8 hours sleep. That's something I hardly ever wavered on, except for like when we're doing releases or rollouts and stuff like that. But get your sleep, even if you're young, even if you're 25, 30 years old. Because if you don't, it's going to catch up with you, right? And ultimately, what you're doing in order to be productive is going to ultimately result in you being unproductive or less productive, because you're not productive if you're sick, and you're not productive if you're dead. So and as time goes on, you see the effects and the results of slacking off on the quality of the food that you eat, not getting enough rest. And there's, I don't want to quote any studies or point to any articles, but there are plenty of them out there. Most folks say things like, I'll sleep when I'm dead, that kind of stuff. And the less you sleep, the sooner you're going to be dead. Trust me. So you can look it up, you can research it, but make sure you do 3 things as part of your preparation, as part of your honing your craft as a developer. Get plenty of sleep and rest, take naps, drink plenty of water. Water should be the liquid you consume the most, the beverage you consume the most, and exercise, right? Exercise. I don't care how little you do, but if you can fit in 15, 20 minutes a day on a treadmill, doing a weight program, working out, those three things, make sure that that's part of all this time you're spending coding, and all this time you're spending reading, and all this time you're spending being sedentary at a desk because you're coding with a laptop. Get up, stretch, work in some yoga. That's part of my routine, right? It's not a huge big part. I started it years ago, did it for like 5 years, then I dropped off, and now I'm starting to get back into it as I become to work on getting more things done later in life. So I'm trying to give you this tip while you're young: diet, exercise, and rest. Put that into your game. Once again, Dr. Kai Dupuy, Coding While Black. Peace.